Hi there, my name's Chris Kilby. I'm a pastor in a pergola, and here is today's bite-sized Bible from 1 Timothy chapter 5, verses 24 and 25. And what I want to say to you is this today: people are strange. Now, most of you will be too young to remember a band called The Doors and their lead singer, Jim Morrison, who sang that song, People Are Strange. But for me, after 30 years or so of pastoral ministry, I agree with Jim Morrison. People are strange, and they're not always what they first appear. I've come across people who are super confident, and it's really actually masking in them a deep insecurity. But I've also come across people who are very quiet and seemingly meek, and yet in them is an inner strength. And I just want to look at what Paul says here in verses 24 and 25. He says this: the sins of some men are obvious, reaching the place of judgment ahead of them. The sins of others trail behind them. In the same way, good deeds are obvious, and even those that are not cannot be hidden. Now, what Paul is highlighting in these instructions to Timothy is that both good and bad points in people's characters can take time to surface. That's why previously he said, look, don't be hasty in the laying on of hands. It takes time for both good points and bad points in someone's character to emerge. So don't be hasty in appointing leaders. You see, he says it's a bit like this: people are icebergs. You only on a first glance or even a first coming to know somebody, you only really see the tip of the iceberg, the 10% that's sticking up out of the water, and there's a whole 90% that's yet to be discovered under the water. There could be real hidden strengths under there that we know nothing about yet. Similarly, there could be real hidden vulnerabilities there that we know nothing about yet. So it's important that we're not quick to judge anybody and make decisions on people's characters, but we take time to get to know them and understand them and allow both the good and the bad points to surface. And if you want to draw out the best in those around you, here are 4 pointers for you today that I want to encourage you in. If you want to draw out the best in those around you, firstly, create a culture of honesty. Be honest about your own life and allow others to be honest about theirs without condemnation. Create a culture of honesty. Secondly, be patient. Be patient. None of us are the finished article. So if someone takes a little longer to learn something or to grow in a certain area of their walk with Jesus, give them the time to do that. And be kind to yourself. You be patient with yourself as well. Thirdly, affirmation. You know, we all like to be affirmed. We all like to know if we've done something well. So I want to encourage you to affirm those around you when they do a great job, as well as challenging them when they don't. That's part of having a culture of honesty, isn't it? That we can challenge honestly. And lastly, give opportunity. I've generally found that when people are put into a bigger pot, they tend to grow into bigger people. So give people an opportunity with the opportunity to fail and put things right. But if people don't get opportunities, they're never going to grow, and you're never going to see the 90% below the surface. So, culture of honesty, patience, affirmation, and opportunity. And you will find that even strange people can succeed in wonderful ways. That was today's bite-sized Bible from 1 Timothy 5, verses 24 and 25. I'm Chris Kilby, a pastor in a pergola, and I shall see you next time.